Welcome to DeFi Crypto Today. Our topic today is the Fantom network, and we're going to talk a bit about SpookySwap and SCREAM. Why are we talking about these guys? Well, Fantom made an announcement a couple of days ago on August 30th saying they're giving away 370 million FTM with the Fantom token. And how they're going to give it to is they're not going to give it to the end users directly. They're going to give them to people that are working on the protocols. So they have all kinds of conditions, whatever. But the idea is that if they give the money to the programmers, they're going to make better protocols, and the network is going to get better, and more people are going to want to invest, and so on and so forth. And well, at first glance, it seems to be working. We have the various chains here. See the big dark green area here, that's Ethereum, which is like pretty much 80%, and with 124 billion. And then we've got Binance with 18 billion, and then Terra with 7 billion, and Polygon, and so on and so on. And finally we get to 9th position, we've got Fantom. So Fantom is doing a promotion a little bit like Polygon did earlier this year, and more recently Avalanche, except that the tokens were given to as bonus tokens to the end users, but this time they're giving the tokens to the programmers. And has it been working? Well, as we can see, TVL is up quite a bit now, almost 1 billion, 800 million. So that it seems to be, well, almost 700. So it seems to be working. Now we can see the top protocols. Curve has been on Fantom for quite a while. Spooky has been around a bit also. Defi as well. And we've got SCREAM here in 4th position. So already talked about Curve and Defi before. So today we're going to talk about Spooky and SCREAM and see what we can do with these guys. So first thing first, you need a Metamask wallet. You probably have one. If you don't have one, get one. And you need to have it configured for Fantom. Now what's nice is that if you go to SpookySwap and you connect your wallet, it will automatically configure your Metamask wallet. That's a nice feature that they offer. If you don't know how, if you want to do it manually, well, you would have to go over here, go to settings, add networks, and basically it's going to look like, where is it? Fantom, right here. So you need this data, okay, which you can find also in their documentation and so on. It's not difficult to find all this. Okay, but you know, press a button and get it done on SpookySwap. Also, you need some gas, so you need some FTM tokens there. So you can get up to 0.3 FTM tokens if you go on the Discord. Their Discord here. You click on Discord, you join Discord, and they explain all this in their documentation. So check the documentation and help. Check. Maybe I can open it for you. Let's check it out. Yes, how to get gas. This is how to get Fantom. So they explain here that they're going to this is how we get the free gas. That's nice. SpookySwap people are super nice. So you join their Discord, you verify, you follow the process, and you go to the faucet, the pound faucet channel, and you type bang faucet or exclamation mark faucet. That will ready for you up to 0.3 Fantom tokens. Then you go to the Fantom tip bot and you send a direct message that says bang withdraw, and you paste your Metamask wallet address here. So make sure you're already configured for Fantom for this, otherwise it's not going to work. So basically it's going to look a little bit like this, and in a few seconds later you look in your Metamask and you have some Fantom. Isn't that nice? Now they say here it should be good for about 10 to 30 transactions, so that's really, really nice. The cost of gas is not very high on this, and that is very sweet. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about SpookySwap. They have a bridge which allows you to send funds over from Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain over to Fantom. So if you're you have funds you want to transfer over on Ethereum or on Binance, check the tokens, because maybe your tokens are not available. Like for instance on Binance, yeah, we'd have to switch over to Binance, but let's not do that just now. They only have 2 tokens you can transfer. You can transfer BNB or BFI tokens. So if you got DAI, USDT, USDC, whatever, it's not going to work. But if you're on Ethereum, I'm not going to connect now because we don't need to do anything. They have a big selection of tokens. So if you have Ethereum, you want to switch, you need to wrap it first. They help you do that. It doesn't take Ethereum straight. It has to be wrapped over first. So anyway, you can see if you have your the same tokens they got here, and if you do, well, you can transfer them over. If not, swap them wherever you swap it usually, and then get it done. It takes a few minutes for Binance Smart Chain. That's how I transferred my tokens. Took about 5-10 minutes, something like that. So it's not too bad. On Ethereum, I don't know, I'm expecting it would take longer. Now, be aware, if you're planning on transferring a lot of tokens on Binance Smart Chain, they're going to give you a warning saying that if you're planning on sending over more than 1,200 BNB tokens, it could take up to 12 hours. So maybe don't send like super huge amounts of tokens all at once. So anyway, now let's look at the rest. They have a swap feature which is pretty fast. So you can, whatever tokens, they've got a pile of tokens here, you can swap them together. So you got the usual suspects like DAI, AVI, whatever, and some regular Fantom tokens. You can create liquidity LP tokens and so on. You can farm, and you got, well, pretty interesting rates here. Can use, yeah. So USDT to Fantom, USDC to Fantom, USDT to Fantom, 150 something %, and so on. Anyway, so the typical farm. And what are you gonna earn? Probably some Boo tokens, I believe. Yeah. Probably, yeah. Anyway, so that's what you can do here. They've got quite a bit of documentation to check out. And these guys have been audited. Wow. They're audited on Certic. Their audit, you can view their audit here. In the summary, there weren't any critical, major, medium, or important findings, so nothing needed to be done. There were 3 minor findings and 4 info findings, and they decided nothing was made for that. So it looks okay. It looks solid enough. It's been around for a while. You know, don't put all your portfolio on one protocol just in case something goes wrong. You know, just be prudent. But the SpookySwap looks okay. All right. Rugdoc also has, if we go to Rugdoc, we can select Fantom, and they show various Fantom protocols. Spooky is somewhere in there, but let's type it. Spook. So we've got SpookySwap is considered low risk according to Rugdoc. All right. So you can read the details and so on. Basically, they're taking code from Uniswap. It seems to be that they're reusing code from Uniswap, and it's probably a copy. Okay. All right. So that's it for SpookySwap. Let's look at SCREAM, and I'm going to try to demonstrate live as I record. Hopefully it's going to work. I want to talk about SCREAM a little bit. Okay, now if you go to SCREAM and you click on lending, you're going to get this little notice. Okay, if pursuant to US law, users located in the US are not permitted to use SCREAM. Well, I'm not American, I'm not living in the US, so this doesn't apply to me. So if you're in the US, sorry. Anyway, so it says only users located outside the US are permitted to use SCREAM. So, well, I am permitted. So, we're already connected. Now, SCREAM is interesting because you can deposit tokens. They have a little market. It looks a little bit like Aave, but on Fantom. Now, consider that it's relatively new. They're relatively smaller than Aave, right? They have about $230 million supplied. Okay, compared to the billions that Aave has. So, you know, is it battle tested? You know, probably not. And what about an audit? Well, if you go on Rugdoc and you type SCREAM, they say that it's not eligible. Why? Because of the lending. Essentially, Rugdoc does not review lending platforms. Okay, they just don't have the manpower. They don't have enough staff to take care of that at the moment. Okay, so they say DYOR, do at your own risk. Okay. Now, what about an audit? Have they been audited? Okay, this is taken from SCREAM's Telegram. Okay, I took a screenshot here. We've got Screamer, which seems to be their official there, and about 1 million people ask if they've been audited. You should just stick that at the top, pin the message at the top. We're not audited yet. So they're not audited yet. They are a fork of Compound Labs, okay, which they consider to be, see the contracts, in other messages they say the Compound contracts are among the most audited in the world. So they feel safe that their contracts are good, okay, because they're just a fork of Compound. But they say that they are in the process of engaging an auditor and expel a full audit to be completed next month. This was dated August 22nd. So they're expecting an audit sometime in September. hopefully everything's going to be good. But, you know, just be careful, okay? Just in case there's a bug somewhere, or I don't know, like some hacker finds a way in, or whatever. So I'm just testing the system here. I'm going to do that in a minute with a very, very small amount of money and see what we can do with this. So basically, I'm going to use a strategy that I've used on Aave and that I've used more recently on Banky. If you saw my Banky video, where basically we deposit, we borrow, redeposit, and borrow, and so on, while maintaining the level of indebtedness safe. Okay, so let's try it together and see how it. Okay, so let's try this. We're already connected. So let's lend some assets. We have some DAI, and let's see max. So we're going to try to deposit our DAI. We approve. Should get a message on Metamask, maybe. Okay, so it's asking us if we allow spending our DAI. We click confirm and confirm again. Okay, so basically we turn on the collateral. That's done. Well, if we look at the rates here, currently we have DAI, and if we deposit DAI, we're getting 21%, and I think a bonus of 8.77 on top. It looks like that to me. Okay, and we use it as collateral, so we should be able to borrow against it. And if we look at the borrowing rates, they're quite high, except for one, the FUSD, which is the stable coin that SCREAM has created. Okay, it's based on the FTM token. So basically, it looks like it's an algorithmic stable coin getting its value from the Fantom token. So let's see if we can borrow that at 0.09%, because, well, why not? Why not get an almost free loan? So let's see. Can we borrow that? Yes. Okay, if we say maximum is 87. We could borrow 87 of them, it says. Is that good or not? Right now, this is our account health. Let's see what happens to it after we borrow. I'm not used to this interface. The borrow limit is 109. Let's see how it goes. So, borrow, confirm. Now, what I'd like to do, if it works, what I'd like to do is take this FUSD, go back to SpookySwap, swap it back into DAI, redeposit the DAI here, and borrow against again and the new DAI, and so on until I can to maximize my return, because right now we're getting, it looks like we're getting almost 30% on this, and we can, it seems that we can get a free loan. Okay, so see, right now in our wallet we have 87 FUSD that we just borrowed at 0.09%. It's practically free. So let's see if we can go to Spooky and swap it. So right now, let's type FUSD here, and let's add the DAI token here. We max it. We have the 87 that we had before. Okay, slippage is pretty low. I should get about 50 DAI out of this thing. So it's not exactly worth $1, is it? Right now, 1.7 FUSD is 1 DAI according to this. Okay, well, let's try it and see what happens. I'm getting to borrow at 0.09% anyway. Approve. See, the The gas fee is pretty low. We're getting 0.003466 FTM, and we received almost 0.3 FTM, so for free from the nice folks at SpookySwap. Okay, so it's being approved. Yeah, price impact's pretty high. Yeah, maybe we're not gonna do it right away. This, the FUSD, I had to go with very small chunks of 10 FUSD tokens at a time in order to minimize the price impact. Price impact went for 87 tokens went to 35%, which is huge. So basically I'm losing 35% of the value. So I went down to small chunks of 10 tokens at a time. So I repeated this like 8 times. And well, obviously I would pay more gas, but the price of gas, I mean, I got the gas for free, so it's not too bad. I still have gas left to perform other operations. So basically the biggest issue with the FUSD is the lack of liquidity. I'm hoping that as more and more people get involved and that the FUSD algorithm matures and so on, it gets better and better. So but anyway, so it's a risk I took. So right now we took the FUSD that we borrowed. Right now we're at 1.25, so we're going to make it better. At we have to stay above 1 to have a risk-free, to be risk-free from liquidation. So let's redeposit the DAI that we just swapped in. Let's go and get the DAI. We max it, we supply it, and we approve, confirm. So basically this would have been fantastic if the liquidity would have been a lot better. So I'm taking a chance. I'm hoping that the value of the FUSD is not going to skyrocket or do anything crazy, which it might. But anyway, at the moment I have a very healthy 1.84. So we're all in the green right now, so we're all very good. Okay. So basically, okay, if you want to see whatever you've got, it's in your withdrawal. So withdrawal is, we have 215 DAI right now, total. So we started with 130 something, and we borrowed some FUSD, and we swapped it to DAI, redeposited the DAI, and we're going to earn, what do you say here, 21% plus. I think we're getting the SCREAM up on top of it. Okay, and right now we have a borrow limit of 161, and we borrowed about 54% of it. So technically I could go on borrowing more FUSD at 0.09%, swap it for DAI, redeposit this, and earn even again more of this APY here that they're giving us. However, it's costing me a bit each time I swap, because this FUSD is not very liquid. I'm losing about 5% right now. The way I did it, I lost 5%, plus I lost a bit of gas on top. It's not too bad. It's not as good as it could be. Okay, but it's an experiment. I'm testing this today, and that's what I'm showing you today. All right. So you don't have to borrow. You could simply deposit your DAI and get a very nice 21% plus an 8.45% bonus in SCREAM, I guess. I think that's how they're doing it. Okay, and that's as far as you can see, that's the best rate we've got here. And if you're adventurous and you want to try your the FUSD at 0.09%, you're not basically what you're not paying here, you're paying on the swap. So anyway, you can do the math and figure out if it's worth your while. I just did this for fun and to show you how it works. Okay, I just wanted to give you a quick update on SCREAM. Actually, it's good news. Total supply now is over 405 million and total borrowings are 252. And, well, I managed to earn 0.00267 SCREAM so far in the last few days. And I didn't change anything in my positions, but what's interesting is that the interest rates have improved. We're earning a lot more than we did before, especially on the FUSD. As you recall, last time it was almost nothing. It was nothing for deposit and a fraction of a percent on the borrowing. But now we're getting a bonus of 56.57% in SCREAM tokens. And we're getting also 38 on the deposit side, which is quite nice, plus 16.34. So overall, situation has improved. I haven't compared the other rates, but you know, as I keep saying, these rates change many times a day. So keep an eye on your investments if you choose to invest on SCREAM. But so far so good. The interests have improved, and since I'm borrowing and depositing stable coins, my loan to deposit value is very stable. So I can sleep at night and not worry that I'm gonna get liquidated. Alright, so that's it for the update. See you next time.